Welcome back. This is now the spoiler review of Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales. Okay. Now we just did the review in the truck about how well the acting, how the special effects.
Amazing. Wonderful.
But here, this is the dirty stuff. This is spoiler review. So if you don't want to be spoiled, don't look away. Well, actually,
just look away.
Yeah. That's what she said. So right now, right offhand, the story is about the main plot of this movie is they're trying to find Poseidon's trident, which can break all curses. Because right away at the very beginning of the movie, they show Will Turner's son, Henry Turner, and he goes. I thought it was kind of strange because he tied a rope around his ankle with bricks, dropped himself in the river.
He was like a little boy, probably around the age of like 10 to 12 years old.
Yeah, about 10 to 12.
Yeah, and he, like I said, as my uncle said, pretty much ties rope around his ankle, gets a pile of rocks, just throws it. Because for a second, I thought he was going to commit suicide.
Yeah, it was weird. I was thinking, what the hell's going on? And then that's when they show the Flying Dutchman come off like that, and they show Will Turner come out. You shouldn't have come here. Like that. He's and his son's saying, "I'm gonna help you break this curse. We're gonna do it." And they show Will Turner's face is all like they did in the second one. He was all turning part of the ship.
Yes.
He's all crazy looking.
Which was awesome.
Yeah. And of course from there, he sends him off to the land and shit like that. So they show like what 9 years later.
Yeah, and then 9 years later, he's an older man, probably about 18.
Yeah.
18 years old.
Yeah. Well, in his 20s.
Yeah.
At least
probably.
like you say, he's 12, and then you say 2021.
Really young.
And he's trying to find... because at the beginning he said, let me help you find Jack Sparrow. And Will Turner says, no, you don't want Jack Sparrow's help like that.
Yeah.
But he goes to find his help anyway.
Yeah, he goes find his help for assistance and everything. Of course, the typical Jack Sparrow, drinking his rum, being drunk, and
this one,
yeah,
they show this one Jack Sparrow's pretty much hit rock bottom.
Yes.
He's pretty much all fucked up. His crew, they try to rob a bank at the very beginning, which I thought was funny. And there's this guy saying, like, we built a safe, which is 5 inches thick of steel, and nothing could penetrate. But nothing could penetrate it. And what happens? He opens up. They find Jack Sparrow passed out with the rum.
And with the mayor's wife.
With the mayor's wife. The mayor's like, what the hell? And Jack comes out all fucked up. They all have their guns ready. And then Mr. Gibbs, the little short dude's in it. And
the original crew,
pretty much.
That's been traveling with Jack Sparrow and everything throughout the movies and stuff was still there.
Yeah, and there was a scene where they tied ropes around the building. They were supposed to pull it out of the building, but what happened was they drug the entire building
with them.
And I thought, I honestly don't know if that was actually possible.
Honestly, I thought that's where the part I thought was too much, and that's where I started losing interest in the movie, because I'm like, really, why are you guys overdoing it it was still cool, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it was cool to watch, very fun to watch. But to see horses, they had like 3, 6, 9 horses do all that one huge building plus the safe. I don't think the safe they could have done.
The horses would have died.
But to carry that huge building along that way, that far of distance without those horses dying, going out of breath or something like that, was a little too ridiculous.
Yeah.
And of course, by the end, they got the treasure on the boat. All they got was 1 coin. That whole thing, because the whole thing was filled with gold and everything like that.
Yeah, with money, gold, and what ended up happening is as the safe was getting dragged, it was open. So when they were dragging the whole entire thing the whole time, all kinds of coins,
it was
money,
filling out.
Everything's falling out.
Everybody's snatching up on the streets. Going by.
And then that's where they also introduce Karina, correct?
Karina, I think that's
Karina, the other young girl that's probably approximately the same age as Henry Turner's, Will Turner's son, and everything. That's when they introduce her, saying she's a witch and everything, when she's actually an astronomer and she studies stars.
She's just really smart, and everybody thinks that she's a witch. She knows more than anybody, like that. And it was funny at first, and it kept going on and on. I was thinking, okay, enough of the witch stuff, just because she's a little bit smarter doesn't make her a witch,
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's a running gag that kind of played itself out a little too much right there.
Yeah. And then also as well, there's a part where she was looking at the giant telescope, correct? Like where she wears, and then that's in that man, and even in the building.
Nobody touches my scope.
Yeah, that one dude who's like, nobody touched my scope or whatever, and then freaking or even the building said like, no woman, no
dogs, no women.
Yeah, no dogs, no women, and stuff like that. And
she runs in there.
Yeah,
it was
and
funny.
Starts like realigning everything and stuff, and that's when Jack came, and he's like, "Oh, a witch and a pirate."
Because the guy pulled a gun on her, saying, "You get out of here right now, gods! Somebody help!" And oh my God, a pirate too! Because Jack Watton was in there too as well.
Yeah.
So oh wow, this must be a honor for you. And after that, the building that they were trying to rob the safe goes by and breaks the whole thing the side of the wall down like that, and they get away. But after that, you know, they get captured. Like, I don't know how many times. Jack got captured a couple times as well as this one.
A lot.
Because what's his name helps break him out. Well, actually, they didn't really break out. They were right when they're about to execute him. There's a scene in the execution where Jack's about to get his head cut off by a guillotine. Like, it breaks, and things swinging back and forth. They show the guillotine almost coming close to Jack's head multiple times.
And it freaked me out. How close it was. It was intense. And everything's in 3D too. So
it's very great to see this in 3D. I recommend this too, big time in 3D. So, speaking of the main bad guys, the main bad guy is played by Javier Bardem or something like that. His name is Captain Salazar. Did his accent very, very well in this one.
Oh yeah.
Now they show a little flashback of what happened. He was just wanted to kill all the pirates because something happened with his dad or something like that. He wanted to cleanse it all. And then what happened was...
Yeah, I want to get rid of the evil because he believed pirates are evil.
Yeah, and then Jack Sparrow was pretty much the last ship out there. Well, he wasn't captain just yet. But the captain before him gave him that compass.
As he was passing away.
Yeah. And so what they decided to do, he decided to taunt him, say, hey, I'm over here, you know, something like that. And Salazar took real offense to this, like, how dare you do this to me?
Yeah, like he was getting mocked for it and everything. And so what ends up happening is Jack lures him to this cave called, like, the Devil's Cave or, like, the Devil's Island.
The Devil's Triangle, basically.
Yeah. And pretty much what ends up happening is they're getting ropes. And Jack Sparrow tells his crew members just to throw the ropes over these large boulders and everything, and so they could make like a U-E.
A super quick turn, basically. Yeah, and they couldn't make the turn themselves, so they got lodged, their ship destroyed on all the rocks underneath them. And you can see the curse. The curse was all these weird red stuff. Which is weird.
It was like probably pretty much it reminded me of like molten lava. Like it was like not like how like probably like a earth volcano erupting, but like underground, like it was actually like hell, kind of like it was the sense it was like the devil or something like that.
All in the end, they all came out cursed. Some of them looked disintegrated, burned, or Javier's character was pretty neat because he was like in water and all the shit was like floating and shit like that. So, but the special effects, I gotta say, were done on these cursed pirates. We're done very, very well.
Yeah, I like too, because like especially when it came to like how they died, like some of them were singed and stuff like that, was because when they crashed into the triangle, some of them got singed, and then especially with the captain, I thought it was neat because he fell off the boat, and like the water, of course, was drifting your hair and everything. So while he was like, that's his not like now that he's dead and everything, it just everything like flew with water. People were singed.
It just showed them basically at the very last moments of their death.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
So it was pretty neat. I really liked that.
Right now, that's one of the main reasons why he wanted to kill Jack Sparrow. And right now, they're trying to find the Poseidon's Trident, and all because it's map that you can't read. Nobody can read, only like through the stars in this book that they had.
Yes.
And see what else were they showing in this one?
After that part, pretty much that's when Barbossa he gets involved in the picture by telling Salvador, or was it Salvador? Yeah, that's his name.
Captain Salazar.
Yeah, Salazar. I'm gonna call him Salvador. But
yeah, you know what? If you stop destroying my ships, I will give you Sparrow within a certain amount of time, and I will give you the compass, because he did manage to get the compass from that witch they show on the trailer, who was bald, his tattoos all around her head like that.
I forgot about that, because because he starts hearing that Salazar, because Barbossa ends up becoming like the main captain of like 10 ships,
he's
and
like
living luxury life.
He's like a pirate that made it big time after years have gone by. He's got like 10 ships, and he's found out that more of his ships are being destroyed, and these two guys wander in there and say, excuse me, but there's this guy named Salasu, and then like that, because they couldn't pronounce his name.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, and Barbossa's like, no, it can't be. So he goes, meets with them, and I think that their boat was very interesting, because their boat was like a living boat.
He meets that witch, though, and she had Jack Sparrow's compass, because he traded his compass for rum, and that's how Salazar got set free, because he was trapped. Him and his crew members were trapped, and the only way they could be able to be free is with Jack.
If you betray the compass.
Yeah, if you betray the compass, and so Jack Sparrow, he decides to trade the compass for, of course, a bottle of rum. And next thing you know, everything starts shaking and everything, and Salazar's path gets clear. Like the darkness came into the light.
Pretty much set him free, basically. Yeah. And almost every single pirate movie, everything is done with that compass, if you really notice that.
Oh, yeah.
It's strange. So that compass is always there.
I thought it was like broken or something, though, the whole entire series. So I was like, so that's pretty cool that they made the compass finally important to something, to Jack Sparrow.
Yeah.
And especially how they explain how Jack Sparrow came to be. why he's the reason why he's Jack Sparrow now. It was pretty
Yeah,
neat.
it shows a little origin story for Captain Jack Sparrow and Salazar. But after that, they follow the map, the map that is unreadable, to an island which has a bunch of weird crystals and diamonds on it. And what's her name? That one chick, the brunette. I keep forgetting her name. Karina. That
She's one of the stars.
Yeah, she's one of the main stars. To able to read it, and she had this book that was given to her by her father, which she thought she was dead. And it turned out that stone was part of this rock. If you complete this rock section, it'll lead you to where the trident was at.
And it was like a forbidden. It was like the map is like no forbidden man can find.
Nobody can read.
Yeah,
this.
nobody could read it. Nothing. Only she could. Pretty much.
And also Karina. They didn't say it at first, but she is the daughter of Barbossa, which was very interesting because.
I'm like insane. I wanted to cry.
Yeah, because that part right there, when they were talking on the ship about, I seen that book before, and I seen the ruby. Is that correct? And they say something. No, I was on an orphanage. So you're an orphan, and something like that. Then he walks away. Then you can see it on his face, like.
Well, because what made him like, because it was like the book, and then also too, she's like, my name is Karina Smith, and then that's when Jack Sparrow was tied up to one of the things.
Yeah, so he can't get away.
Yeah, of course, knowing him. And then, like, he was like, he's all Smith, huh? He's all, I'm familiar with that name.
Wasn't that name? And he threatened, you better shut up.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
It was funny, but, like, he realized that was his daughter. And so I thought that was crazy. Like, it was really intense. But,
So we'll skip ahead and we'll go to the part where after they completed that little rock from that crystal that was on the book, the seas open up like almost like the Ten Commandments style. And down there you see all kinds of crashed ships and everything down there. They showed
it was like kind of like Moses. Like he like split the waters.
Split the waters, pretty neat. The trident itself was almost weird looking. Kind of hard to describe. It was almost like fish or something like that. You could tell it was weird. But there was more to this riddle. They're saying like if you were able to break the trident, all curses are ended.
Yeah.
And down there, of course, it's the third act. It's the almost end of the movie. They're all fighting for it, and then Captain Salazar gets it. He's all swinging Jack Sparrow all the way around.
Yeah, tries to kill him, and he's like in a big old like pretty much like a wave title, not really a wave title, but it was like swirly, like it was weird.
It was an interesting little neat,
cool.
nifty weapon to have, but he didn't know about breaking it, so I didn't know if he even wanted to break it. But once they did break it, Salazar actually turned back to normal. All his men started coming back to normal as well.
Yeah, because his men, like, they were big, because they can't not touch land. Salazar or none of his men can't touch land because they would disintegrate.
Yeah.
And so pretty much when they were turning back to human, they realized like they couldn't take in air or couldn't breathe or anything, and so
they ran back into the land right away. They're like, oh shit, I'm alive. Yeah. It was pretty interesting.
It was neat.
And of course, right after they broke it, that's when the water started coming back together.
And then they the Black Pearl. Remember the Black Pearl?
They were able to bring
they
were able to bring that back, which I thought was very cool.
Yeah. Pretty much the Black Pearl, like as the oceans start colliding together, start coming back together and everything. Of course, Jack Sparrow's crewman, was it Gibbs? Gibbs, his name is, the little man?
They had Barbossa on the anchor. They dropped the anchor down to pick them up.
Yeah.
And Barbossa was at the end. They're like, come on, guys, let's go. And they all climb on it. And so does Salazar and a few of his other men. Which just is the sad part because Barbossa gave his life. He saved his daughter's life actually first, and then he decided to give his life for her.
Yeah, and especially how he's like reached down towards her and everything, telling her like, "Hey, grab on, hold on," or he's like, "I got you, hold on," and everything. She saw the stars because on the book it maps like what the stars is and everything that align, and that same thing that was the same mark that was on the book was his tattoo on his forearm. And so when she seen that tattoo, she realized she's like, who are you to me and everything.
And he's all, you're my treasure.
Yeah, you're my treasure. And that's when she realized that that's the father. So towards the end, Henry Turner, which is Will Turner's son and everything, tells her, oh, Miss, it's not over yet, Miss Smith. And pretty much she's all, no, call me Barbossa. Or she's all, call me Barbossa, Miss Barbossa. Yeah,
but it was sad to see him go because he was through all 5 movies, he did a very good job, and Gregory Rocha did a very fantastic job of playing that role, I must say right now.
Oh yeah. And then towards the very end, pretty much.
And they show the Flying Dutchman. It was like pretty much restored, like a brand new ship. They show Will Turner coming off the boat, meeting his son, meeting her. And
then Elizabeth Swann.
They show her at the very end of this movie.
Gorgeous.
Only for like a minute, but it was very cool to see her.
Yeah.
And guest stars galore. Well, I shouldn't say galore, but there's only like 2 people that are really. They had Paul McCartney in this movie. He plays Jack Sparrow's uncle. He's in jail.
Uncle Jack.
He's like, oh, hey, uncle, how you doing? They're all doing good. They're all both in jail. So
Yeah.
it was pretty cool. You didn't recognize it first, but I looked at him and I could see it and I could
Like
hear
the
his
facial
accent.
features and
Yeah.
everything,
So
it was
Paul
cool.
McCartney's in this movie.
Yes.
And guess what? There's also an end credit scene. I didn't think there would be no end
No
credit scene. I thought
more.
this would be the last one.
Yeah.
But no, guess what? They showed.
It continues.
Yeah, they showed one more, and what happened is.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah, dun dun dun. They show Will Turner and Elizabeth Swann in bed. You know, it's late night, and then you see the door open. You don't see who it is. You always see the door open, then you see the shadow. Then you start getting a hint of who it is. They show like squid tentacles in the shadow. Then they show the clam, and they show it's obviously it was Davy Jones from the second one.
Yeah.
They showed Davy
the
Jones.
tentacles. So, but that's weird though, because I wonder why Poseidon's trident didn't break his curse.
Well,
That's the thing.
well maybe. Well, what's her name from the second, third one? That one witch who was a god who was
Calypso?
Calypso.
I believe it was
Maybe
Calypso.
she had a hold of him again, and maybe that released him. But maybe there's a little bit more that we don't know just yet. Because
we'll
there's
find out.
yeah, until another one comes out, we won't really know.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Well, one thing I really don't know, understand is like at the very end of Stranger's Tide, when Penelope's Cruz character finds that little voodoo doll of Jack Sparrow, they never bring that up again. If anybody's ever curious, because I was kind of curious over why. Maybe she found something. Because she did, she had that voodoo doll that she landed on the island, but they never addressed that in this movie at all. So
maybe in the next movie, like you know how like Star Wars is, it's like kind of jumps.
Hey, maybe
it would be like that for the next movie. I'm kind of
Maybe.
guessing. I'm just curious why they all of a sudden bring up Davy Jones again.
Yeah, I mean,
it's gonna be.
I mean, it was cool to see him again. To come
see
back.
His big old claw just.
Yeah. So they hinted at
cool.
him.
Oh, my phone.
Your phone.
Oh, well.
my god, they're
But anyway.
We had an interruption there. It's okay.
My bad. Sorry.
So
First one.
yeah, this movie was actually very good to see. It was very good to see. I recommend everybody to check this out. And if anybody hasn't seen this, and if you've seen all the other Pirates movies, check this one out. Because Johnny Depp does a good one. Gregory Rush, Orlando Bloom is in this one. He's on at the very beginning and end, but yeah, he still does a good job.
He still did a good job in everything, especially their little dramatic scene together once him and Elizabeth's son and all that. Like,
yeah, it was a little happy ending moment
Yeah.
for you to show that it was coming to an end, but it didn't come to the end when we saw that
I
very end credit
just love
scene.
the boat for Salazar's boat because the way it attacked other boats, it was like
Yeah,
it
it
kind of reminded
opened
me
up
like
like
a
that.
centipede or like a millipede, like a
Yeah.
little like claw. It was
Yeah, it was like a living boat. It was weird.
And then there was the scene where, like, there was like dead sharks, and they
Yeah,
had them
dead
chase
sharks in this one.
after freaking Henry Turner and Johnny Depp and everything. And there were so many scenes where Will Turner's son Henry was like in the water and everything. Like, boy, you better get your butt back in the boat. I was
Start
like,
swimming.
oh god.
Yeah, but it was very interesting. I say no, it lasted like a few minutes, but it was very interesting because you're sitting there at the edge of your seat. Like, oh
Yeah,
my
you're
god,
like,
what's
oh my
gonna
God.
happen?
It was really good.
Yeah, and I didn't realize until now I still had on my 3D glasses. So yeah, that's how cool I am. Right? You guys, come on now.
It's like sauce.
So right, yeah, but it was a very good movie. So right now, this is probably wrap up this review. This is a very good review. I'm actually getting better at this right now because I'm actually having other people sit down and talk.
Yeah, and it's my first one, so I was pretty nervous, honestly. So,
Yeah, so remember, just-
I enjoyed it. It's
always
worth it.
stay calm, relax, be yourself. And we do have other reviews coming up. So far, we got The Mummy, we got The Wonder Woman, we got Thor Ragnarok,
There's the new Transformers.
and Transformers.
Ooh,
Maybe
Transformers.
we might see that one, but we'll see what's up.
I'm gonna go see that one.
And of course, we got Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
That one's gonna
That
be
one,
really
that's
good.
the main one right there. I'm gonna have a bunch of
Mhm.
people try to do a review because I want at least everybody's input, what they really thought about this movie. The majority of the critics, they gave it around C+ or alcohol required, or which is running around a C. I mean, I give it around a good B, a B+. I give this a solid B+, a 4 out of 5, basically.
In the beginning, I think I wasn't really, and I was honestly at first giving it 3 out of 5, honestly, because I wasn't really that interested until it really got intense like with the action scenes, and then also finding out that's Barbossa's daughter.
Yeah.
So that's when I was like, oh my god, and that's when I really
Yeah.
got emotionally into the movie and actually attached. Like I said, don't get me wrong, it was wonderful. I liked it, I enjoyed it and everything, but I even gave it an extra star when
Yeah.
it came to more like
It was a very good paced movie.
Yeah.
They're very good, and of course, they had
patience.
They
Patience
had
is the key.
they had certain parts where it did slow down, but it explained the story more better and able to get the plot. So, but this movie was 2 hours and 30 minutes, and it was long. It was
It
pretty
didn't
long.
feel that long.
Yeah, because
It was really
when
good.
you do a good job in a movie, you'll be entertained through the whole thing.
Oh,
But
yeah.
if there's a movie that's
Especially
long,
3D.
yeah,
Crazy 3D scenes. It's amazing.
Because there's some movies you'll be sitting there like, God damn, you'll be sitting around here moving like this, trying to stretch. But if you're sitting there stuck like this, and you're entertained by this movie, and this movie was very entertaining.
Yeah, it really was.
So-
a lot of comedies, serious.
Good comedy,
everything.
good special effects, good acting. We were able to follow up the plot.
I just didn't
it got a
really
little
like the
confusing.
part when they showed. Yeah, it kind of got confusing a bit, but I did really kind of like the part where they showed Jack Sparrow younger, because you could tell that they kind of like overdid it, and you could tell his face was fake pretty
Yeah.
much. And I was just like, just kind of killing
Yeah.
for me. They should have just got a younger actor instead of trying to morph his face into
Well,
something
they-
younger, like 21 Jump Street status. Like they try
Yeah.
to make him young like
Oh,
that.
they're kind of doing that now, where they're bringing old school actors to make them look young again. They did that with Peter Cushing in Star Wars.
Yeah.
Rogue One. You did that with Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at the very beginning, and they did
Yeah.
it, and they also did it with this one.
They need to put a little bit more work into it. Like actually.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure
Again,
what they did, they had a
it-
double. And what they did is put the dots on his face to make him look like he was.
Yeah.
And they had Johnny Depp do the voiceover. So yeah,
It was nice though.
but in the end, guys,
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5, solid 4 out of
3D.
5. 3D IMAX 3D. I didn't think this would be good in 3D, but honestly, it really
It
did.
was intense.
It really did help.
It was intense. There was some jump scares, and then me screaming during the movie. So.
Yeah, one jump scare when what's his name? Henry's about to jump off the boat, and then the shark popped up right there.
Yeah,
that was a big. I was like,
especially
oh
that
shit! That made him stop right away.
That was funny. So I recommend it.
Yeah, this is a huge
Good movie,
recommendation. So,
guys.
ladies and gentlemen, this is Chef D26. That's Samantha Christine Zuniga. Zunigs right
Yeah.
there. So we will return for another review. Maybe The Mummy or Wonder Woman. I'm not sure which comes out first. When they do come out, we'll guarantee we're going to be
I
here
believe
doing
it's
everything.
the Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman?
Wonder Woman,
Okay.
I believe.
Alright, well.
Maybe I might be wrong, but.
Alright, we will let you know. So, ladies and gentlemen, like and subscribe to my channel. Friends and family, please help out. Remember, Sam, spread the word. Alright?
Yes, thank you.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen.